Roll Out the Barrel is the fourth episode of the second season of Good Advice. This is directed by Michael Lembeck, and as always, there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. I'm also actually watching this the day after Teri Garr passed away, which is not great, and I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that. The episode itself has really one main narrative. It starts off with Susan with two clients who are really shouting at each other. They're supposed to be working on displaced anger, and basically they're just yelling at each other. And this then leads us into two other people coming into the building, and they're bickering quite loudly. And as I said, there will be spoilers as I explain the relevance of this. Jack then comes out, annoyed that there's even more yelling in the building, and it turns out that those two people are his parents, the two people who have just arrived. And his parents are called Dooley and Jackie, played by Meara and Dick O'Neill. And they go down to get some food. We have a moment with Susan that felt very Diane, because his parents didn't know who she was. He'd never mentioned her, and it just felt a little Diane to me. And it turns out that his parents, are getting divorced. And we have quite a funny scene. We have really emotional scenes, of course, but also very funny scenes, particularly with Paige saying that Jack was once a blue blanky boy and now he's a blue blanky man, because Jack's mother was quite happy to share stories of little Jack when he was a boy. And this definitely was a really fun way of giving us some comedy right when we needed it. Jack then asks Susan for her help to fix them, in his words, and he's complimenting Susan a lot. She's absolutely loving it. She's recording all of these lovely things he's saying about her, and he convinces her to host a dinner, have his parents over, and that's the bulk of the rest of the episode. And it doesn't go according to Jack's plans. Neither of his parents want to talk with Susan about this. His mother keeps asking her for ice. His father's behaviour was a little uncomfortable. I didn't particularly enjoy that very much. But Susan ultimately manages to get Jack to talk with his parents and to, in the best of his ability, say how he's feeling. And Susan points out that basically their marriage is like his blue blankie. It represented safety and security and stability. And I thought that was really interesting. My parents divorced when I was a child, so I don't know what it feels like for parents to divorce when you're an adult. But after years and years of security and thinking they'll be together forever, and here we have this representation that love can last and something can be stable, and then all of a sudden it's ripped away. That must be really difficult. Obviously, going through a parent's divorce as a child is definitely difficult, but I imagine it's difficult in a different way as an adult. And I think that the episode did a really great job of showing what this might be like. And it was not a bad episode. I rather enjoyed it as a concept. I think it's nice to see this different side to Jack. Nice to meet his parents, of course. And his father, I didn't love his father as a character, but the performance was certainly very good. I loved Susan's role in this, and ultimately, I don't have any complaints. Definitely not an all-time favourite episode, but I think they took a really important topic, and I think they did a really good job with it. So, yes, it might not be a personal favourite, but I still thought it was pretty good. Roll Out the Barrel is a strong episode with some really important points, and ultimately an episode that I enjoyed.